You may think clogged brain arteries only happen after years of poor habits or sudden illness. But the truth is, they can quietly build up for decades and then strike without warning. Stroke is one of the most feared medical emergencies for seniors. And what makes it even more terrifying is how silently the risk grows. Tiny fatty deposits, high blood pressure, and chronic inflammation all chip away at your brain's lifeline, narrowing the pathways that deliver oxygen and nutrients to every cell. Then, in an instant, the blockage becomes complete and brain tissue begins to die. But here is the good news. Research now shows that something as simple as the drink you choose each day can make the difference between arteries that slowly harden and arteries that stay open and flexible. In this video, I will walk you through the hidden dangers of clogged arteries, the everyday habits that make them worse, and then reveal the #1 drink that science says can help clear your brain arteries and cut your stroke risk dramatically. Before we dive in, if you have not subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. Part 1. Why clogged brain arteries are deadly. Imagine the arteries in your brain as highways carrying life, giving oxygen and nutrients to millions of cells. Over time, those highways can narrow, not from sudden collapse, but from years of invisible buildup. Fatty deposits, known as plaques, slowly coat the walls of the vessels, and as they thicken, the blood has less space to flow. This process, called atherosclerosis, is the foundation of ischemic stroke, which accounts for nearly 85% of all strokes. For seniors, the problem is worse because aging itself makes blood vessels less flexible. Instead of expanding and contracting easily with every heartbeat, they become stiff, brittle, and prone to damage. When you add in high cholesterol, uncontrolled blood pressure, or diabetes, you now have the perfect storm for a clot to form and block blood flow entirely. Within minutes of blockage, brain cells starve and die. That is why stroke is often sudden and devastating. It does not wait, and it does not give you a second chance. The symptoms can be subtle at first. Maybe a drooping smile, a heavy arm, or slurred speech. But behind those signs is a brain under attack. If left untreated, the damage can be permanent, stripping away independence, memory, and even identity. This is why prevention is not just important, it is life-saving. Seniors cannot wait for a stroke to happen and then hope for recovery. The real power is in protecting your arteries long before the emergency occurs. And that protection often starts not with expensive treatments but with the small choices you make daily, including what you drink. If this surprised you, wait until you hear about the everyday habits that quietly block arteries without you even realizing it. Part 2. The hidden lifestyle and diet factors that silently block arteries. Seniors often believe strokes only happen because of genetics or bad luck. But most cases are tied to daily lifestyle habits that quietly harm the arteries. Salt is one of the worst offenders. Too much sodium stiffens blood vessels, raises blood pressure, and accelerates the small tears that invite fatty plaques to settle. Sugar is another silent killer. High blood sugar damages the lining of the vessels, making them sticky, so cholesterol clings and builds blockages faster. Combine sugar with processed fats, and you have a recipe for disaster. Seniors who rely on packaged snacks, fried foods, and sugary drinks are unknowingly feeding their arteries the very materials that create clogs. Smoking multiplies the risk further. Every puff introduces toxins that inflame the arteries, narrowing them more each day. Alcohol, especially in excess, weakens the heart's rhythm and increases the likelihood of clot formation. Add in lack of exercise, and blood flow slows to a crawl, giving clots more time to form and grow. I once treated a patient who insisted she ate modestly and did not overindulge, but her daily routine included sweetened coffee drinks, canned soups loaded with salt, and evenings sitting for hours without moving. Within a few years, her arteries were so clogged, she suffered a minor stroke that left her struggling to speak. The truth is that artery damage is cumulative. Each habit may seem small, but over decades, they create highways of scarred, narrowed vessels inside your brain. This is why understanding and changing these habits is critical. And it is also why the drink I will soon reveal has such power. It does not just fight one factor. It addresses several of these damaging processes at once. But before we get there, we must understand another critical piece of the puzzle: blood pressure and circulation. Part 3. The role of blood pressure and circulation in triggering stroke. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer for good reason. It rarely causes pain or obvious symptoms, yet it silently batters the delicate vessels in your brain day after day. Each surge of pressure scrapes the inner lining of arteries, leaving microscopic injuries. The body tries to repair these injuries by layering fat, cholesterol, and calcium, creating the plaques that block blood flow. Over years, those vessels narrow until a small clot or piece of debris lodges itself firmly, cutting off circulation. Seniors with uncontrolled hypertension are several times more likely to suffer ischemic strokes. Poor circulation compounds the danger. Without strong blood flow, tiny clots that might normally be swept away instead settle and grow. Add in conditions like atrial fibrillation, where the heart beats irregularly and sends clots straight to the brain, and you have an explosive combination. For elderly women especially, who may also be dealing with hormonal changes, osteoporosis medications, or thyroid issues, the risk multiplies. The body's balance is delicate, and circulation lies at the center. Researchers from the American Heart Association have found that lowering systolic blood pressure by just 10 points can cut stroke risk by up to 40%. That is powerful evidence that managing circulation is non-negotiable. But what if beyond medicine, beyond exercise, there was something natural, accessible, and safe that could help restore artery flexibility, reduce pressure, and keep blood flowing smoothly? That is exactly what the #1 drink we are about to reveal can do. And its benefits go far beyond just the brain. Part 4. Introducing the #1 drink. So what is this drink that researchers have found so powerful for seniors at risk of stroke? It is none other than pomegranate juice. Unlike many trendy supplements or exotic concoctions, pomegranate has been studied for years in medical journals. Its deep red seeds are packed with polyphenols, antioxidants that protect the lining of blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and actively fight the buildup of plaques. A study published in the journal Atherosclerosis showed that seniors who drank just a small glass of pomegranate juice daily experienced a reduction in carotid artery thickness, a key indicator of stroke risk. In simpler terms, their brain arteries began to clear and widen again, restoring blood flow where it had been narrowing for years. What makes pomegranate juice unique is its multi-layered effect. It reduces oxidative stress, which prevents cholesterol from sticking to vessel walls. It lowers blood pressure naturally by relaxing the arteries, almost like giving them room to breathe. It improves circulation, ensuring oxygen reaches deep into the brain, and it even helps balance blood sugar, making it a safe choice for many seniors with diabetes. But beyond the science, the results are felt in everyday life. Seniors who add pomegranate juice often report clearer thinking, less dizziness, and better stamina during walks. I recall one patient, a 70-year-old woman, who began including a half cup of pomegranate juice with breakfast. Within weeks, her blood pressure improved, her morning headaches faded, and her doctor noted better circulation in her follow-up exams. The transformation was not magic. It was biology responding to nourishment. If this surprises you, wait until you learn how exactly this drink works inside your body to protect against stroke. Part 5. How this drink works inside the body. Every sip of pomegranate juice carries compounds that act directly on your arteries. Polyphenols like punicolagen and anthocyanins act as scavengers, neutralizing free radicals that would otherwise damage vessel walls. By reducing this oxidative stress, the juice prevents the initial injuries that attract cholesterol deposits. Its natural nitrates relax the smooth muscle lining of the arteries, lowering resistance and easing blood pressure without the side effects of medication. Pomegranate juice also reduces levels of low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, the bad cholesterol that feeds plaque growth, while boosting high-density lipoprotein cholesterol, the good kind that helps clean arteries. This dual effect means your brain's highways are not just less clogged, they are actively being maintained and repaired. Another fascinating property is its anti-inflammatory power. Chronic inflammation is one of the hidden drivers of strokes, silently making vessel walls more fragile and prone to rupture. By calming this inflammation, pomegranate protects not just against blockages but also against hemorrhagic strokes, where vessels burst from weakness. And perhaps most importantly, pomegranate juice improves the body's natural ability to produce nitric oxide, a molecule essential for healthy blood flow. Nitric oxide helps vessels dilate, improves circulation, and ensures blood reaches even the smallest capillaries in the brain. Researchers have even suggested it may support better memory and focus, protecting against cognitive decline, often seen after minor strokes. This is why pomegranate juice is not just a drink. It is a daily medicine nature provides, but like all things, it works best when combined with supportive habits. That is what we will look at next. Part 6. Supporting foods and habits to maximize its benefit. Drinking pomegranate juice daily is a powerful step, but seniors will see the greatest benefit when it is paired with other artery-friendly choices. A Mediterranean-style diet rich in vegetables, whole grains, olive oil, and fish enhances the juice's effects, supplying additional antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids that strengthen vessel walls. Exercise. Even something as simple as a brisk 20-minute walk improves circulation, lowers blood pressure, and helps the body use the nutrients from the juice more effectively. Hydration matters too. Seniors often underestimate how dehydration thickens the blood, making clots more likely. Drinking enough water alongside pomegranate juice ensures the blood remains fluid and able to flow freely. Quitting smoking is non-negotiable. No drink can overcome the constant vessel damage caused by tobacco. Limiting alcohol is equally important. as excess consumption raises blood pressure and cancels out the benefits of antioxidants. Sleep and stress management also play critical roles. Studies have shown that chronic stress increases cortisol, a hormone that stiffens arteries and accelerates plaque growth. Seniors who practice breathing exercises, meditation, or even gentle hobbies like gardening give their bodies a chance to heal. Together, these habits amplify the power of the number one drink, turning it from a simple addition to a transformational shield against stroke. Doctor's final words. At the end of the day, stroke is not just a random tragedy that strikes without warning. It is the result of years of silent changes in your arteries. Changes you can influence starting today. Seniors, your body still remembers how to heal, how to strengthen, and how to protect itself. But you must give it the tools. Pomegranate juice may seem like a simple drink, but inside your body it is a warrior. Clearing the brain's arteries, lowering pressure, calming inflammation, and restoring the flow of life itself. Add it to your daily routine, and you may not only reduce your stroke risk, but also reclaim sharper thinking, steadier balance, and longer independence. Share this message with someone you love. It might save their life. Now, I would love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you have learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let us support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please comment 1. If not, feel free to comment 0. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe so that more families can learn how to protect themselves before it is too late. Thank you for watching. And here is to living life on your own terms, with clarity, strength, and the power to choose a healthier tomorrow.